Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. F-Dash here with F-Dash TV, and we've got more card monsters for you today. So it finally happened. Didn't take very long. Purple is the new blue. So I no longer run a primarily blue balanced deck. It's a very sad day in my CCG career. I've switched to a more meta purple deck. Still got some blues though. So the main reason for this was because, other than the fact that I was getting my ass handed to me in my rank 11 there, or whatever I am, it just wasn't doing it for me. So, but mainly because I got this guy now. So I finally, on one of my pulls, I got a rock monster. And I immediately got him to his max level. So this is his max level. This is rock monster. He costs 4 crystals, so he's not cheap by any means. He's very expensive. But he does 3 melee attack. He has an innate shield, so he reduces physical damage by 1. And check this out. He has 9 health, and then he has enchanted armor, 3. So when this unit has armor, gain additional armor. So if you put, what do I got, like 6 or maybe 5? He has 8 freaking shield or enchanted armor. It's quite nice, quite nice. So he takes a very long time to kill. He is very expensive, but he does take quite a long time to kill. So if you look at my deck there, you'll notice I have 1, 2, 3 cards that are 4 crystals each. And that's going to be my dual Frosties and then Rock Monster. So I needed to build around the fact that it's very expensive. So I removed my Shield Ghost, who I will miss dearly. I'll probably add him to another deck. And as well as Fishmon and Plasper. That's that Casper guy. I replaced them with another Void Element, who's only 2 crystals, and a Blogodite, who is also only 2 crystals. The Blogodite, if you've seen my previous videos, is one of my hated opponents because of this Magic Reflect. So now I have Magic Reflect for myself. And I'm still rolling with Zombull, as opposed to that other guy, Big Bones. I have nothing against Big Bones, I kind of just like Zombull because of his 3 additional slice there. So yeah, so that's what I'm rolling with. And you know what? Ever since I've switched to this, I've had much better luck against fellow members of rank 11. So I kind of like it. I won't lie, I kind of like it. So let's go ahead and go to a rematch. Oh, not rematch, I'm sorry. To a match here, a replay. So you can see how I've been doing. Now I have lost. I mean, you know, it's going to happen. There's always people that are better than you. But I have primarily won more than I have lost. So we'll go to my replays here. So it did. I actually don't think my deck strength really changed. I think it's always been either 30-20 or 30-10, something like that. But you see here, I've won at least my last 3, 4, 5. I did lose to that guy. But before that, I had won another one. I did lose to Dean Knight. Is that the last one I had? Yeah, so Dean Knight was the last person I faced with my normal blue deck with those 3 monsters there. And then I immediately switched. If you notice, when I did switch, I still kept Shield Ghost in there, you know? I had a hard time letting Shield Ghost go. But if you look at the team, he didn't really flow with it, you know? I still won, as you can see, but he didn't really flow terribly well with the rest of the monsters there. So after my loss to 63 there, actually no, even Dario, I still had Shield Ghost there. So this was my first one. Kareem Keko was my first one with without Shield Ghost, and then from there I did win my last looks like 4 in a row. So let's go ahead and look at which match should we look at here. If we're going just by deck strength, this one would be the best. So Scan Man. So let's go ahead and look at Scan Man just to be safe. Let's take this down a couple notches here. All right, let's go ahead and watch. So it's me against Scan Man. So Scan Man is in Big Arena 10. I'm in Big Arena 11. All right, who went first here? Oh, so I went first. So this is generally what I like to do with this deck now. Either he'll usually always go first, and then I immediately kill one of the void elements so that I can put a little shield thingy on with extra attack, melee attack. For the last few rounds, it's always almost worked out like that. I think my last game didn't work out like that, but for the most part, one of the void elements is going to show up and I'll just sacrifice him. It's actually rare now that I'll use a void element, which is very interesting. So I threw out my Blagodite there. We go back and forth here. Unfortunately, I do lose this battle, but it's okay. The great thing about having the Rat King is that he is affording me to get some more crystals, which is always good. So he brings out his own Rat King, followed by a little Archer there. So Archer's going to go ahead and kill my Blagodite. And he's going to take off my shield. It's okay. It's okay, though. So at this point, it was either play the Void Element or sacrifice the Void Element. So I don't actually remember what I did. Looks like I sacrificed him, and I'm going to bring in a Frosty with a Mage Cap, most likely. Yep. And that's going to go ahead and take care of this guy here. And then I'm going to do 4 damage there. Now he is going to die next round, which is fine. I sort of set it up so that he could die. And I think I'm going to bring in the rock monster next, but we'll see. So he sacrifices a coat there for next turn. So my King Rat is gone. So I've now brought in my rock monster. Probably going to say, yep, I sacrificed that so I can put on the plague armor. So check it out. He's got 9 health now. He's got 8 shield. He only does 3 damage, but when you attack him with melee, he's going to do an additional 3 damage. So effectively, against a melee fighter, he's going to do 6 damage. So check this out. So this guy is, he's going to get 3 here. And then he's going to get 5 from Frosty. So he already gave up. So this actually wasn't even a full match there. He already had decided it was too much. So that was that one. Let's actually go to the one before that. So Styrex, a little lower in terms of... Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and go to the last one. That's probably a better one. So that's Pollux Mix or Pollux Smile. Let's go ahead and watch that one. I'd forgotten that guy quit. So we're both in Big Arena 11. So I think this was the match where I couldn't start out with sacrificing one of my monsters. Yeah. So I believe he throws out his Triclops here. It did take him a while to play his first go, but eventually he will throw out his Cyclops. So Cyclops is always going to win that battle. I didn't realize he got 9 health. That's an absurd amount of health there. So I put a shield on, and at this point, as you can see, he can bring out one of his archers, but I believe he decides not to. He just says go. Which may not have been that smart, because I'm going to go ahead and destroy my spiked armor there and bring out a Frosty. And he's dead. Of course, he does have a King Rat. So his King Rat is next. And I was talking to MJK earlier regarding my King Rat. I made him, I maxed him out, so he does have 1 less health. So instead of what you see there, 4 and 8, mine's 4 and 7, so... I don't know if that was the greatest idea, but that turn was awesome because Frosty blocked pretty much everything. So now I'm going to throw out the King Rat, and I'm sorry, not King Rat, but the Rock Monster. And as you see here, I'm going to give him a Mage Cap. Or actually, I gave the Mage Cap to the other guy. It's all good. So this is pretty much going to be my my lineup the rest of the game. He does have his freaking Notarat, who I hate with all the passions of Christ. I really do hate Notarat so much. So he's thinking here, you can see he does have, he's got 3 crystals. He can definitely use his, he decides to sacrifice instead, which I'm not sure about, because he could have done this anyway. Maybe he was trying to set up a future turn, not sure. But Frosty also blocked that one. So he went down to 2. So This got rid of Not a Rat, thank God, because Not a Rat is freaking horrible. I sacrificed another Void Element so I can put a Mage Cap on Rock Monster, and you notice he now has 8 shield. 8 freaking shield. That's just absurd. That's so much freaking shield health. That's crazy. So I took out his whole board there. So now he brings in his Red Dragon, which really, unfortunately, is not going to do much, honestly. Mainly because I now have magic damage on my Rock Monster. Magic damage is so OP in this game, I'm telling you. So he does do 5 damage there. But because I have 3 shield on top of my shield, it's not going to do a terrible amount of damage to me. I throw in yet another Frosty. So this is going to be quite a bit of damage here on the board. And now he's gone. At this point, he needed his flight to proc. It did not proc, so he's pretty much done here. He does battle till the end, so I'll give him props for that. Pollock smile. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. He does throw down some bombs. I'm not quite sure the point of that. So he did take off my shield, but there's my Plague Armor. Plague Armor is ready. And I even sacrificed one of my last monsters just because I knew it was already over. So this is done right here. So Rock Monster is a very, very welcomed addition to my team. It was funny because I was actually thinking about disenchanting some of my other legendaries. I have, before him I had 3 legendaries. I was actually going to disenchant all 3 of them just so I can build myself a Rock Monster. But thankfully I got it in a pack. So yeah, so Rock Monster is pretty awesome. I'm very much liking him in my new build here. Did have to stray a little bit further away from balance into the purple deck, but these things happen. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you want to battle me, my ID's on the screen, XU2WZQ. I'll see you guys in Arena, and I'll see you guys next time on effdash TV.